Hey guys, welcome to day 5 of Frequently Asked Questions for Teaching Little Learners. My name is Christina Paulden and I help moms create a love of learning in their children. Today's question is, what can I do with my toddler while I'm teaching my older children? My response to that is going to be to include your toddler in the learning experience. And we want to do this because if we push our toddlers or our young children away now, when it's time for us to actually teach them, they're not going to be interested. So we want to make sure we're creating healthy learning experiences for them. So I have 2 tips for you in order to do this. The first tip is going to be make sure to take care of the youngest child. So whoever is the youngest, if you have a baby or if you have a toddler, who's ever the youngest, take care of their needs first. Make sure they have everything that they need so that they're not really needing things from you while you're teaching the older children. And to give you all an example of this, in the mornings, I try to do my prayer time before my family wakes up. Sometimes that doesn't happen. And when it doesn't happen, I do it immediately after my husband leaves. And the children usually wake up sometimes like an hour after that. But sometimes my son wakes up while I'm in my prayer section. And I found that my son is going to constantly ask, like me telling him to wait, or me telling him not right now, or me telling him to give me a moment. It just doesn't work because it's every 5-10 minutes he's asking. So I know that in order for me to get through my prayer section, or in order for me to cook this meal, or in order for me to teach my daughter, I first need to make sure he has everything that he needs. And these are just the essentials. So I know when he wakes up, he's going to be hungry and he's going to be thirsty. So what I've had to start doing is in the morning, like wherever I'm doing my prayer section, make sure I have an apple and some water for him. And he knows that the apple and the water is there, so he doesn't come to me asking. He already knows it's there. So that fixed the problem of me kind of being interrupted during the prayer section. I'm able to just go through the prayer section. He's able to eat, and then he's off playing. So if you take care of your youngest needs first, then the older children will know like they can wait. They're okay with waiting, and you can try to teach them later. But if you take care of the youngest first, then your day should run smoother. Okay, so whatever you plan on doing, whether it's cooking, whether it's teaching, whether it's your prayer time, make sure before you start that activity or whatever you're doing, make sure that your youngest has what they need in order to be occupied while you're doing what you need. And then the second tip, I wanted to talk about busy bags. And this is something that I want to do like a whole video on. But just for this video, I just want to touch on what it is and like why they're so important, or why I think everyone should have them. And a busy bag is usually, it can be a bag or it can be a shoebox, but it's going to be something that's going to contain an activity inside that's ready to go. And what all you have to do literally is grab the bag, give it to your child, your toddler. Your child will open it, and everything that they need to complete the activity is there. So if it's an arts and crafts activity, they would have paper, they would have scissors, they would have glue, they would have crayons and markers. Everything that they need will be inside that box. And it's important that we make sure that we include everything inside of that box or that bag, because usually for me, whenever I sit down with my oldest and I'm teaching her, once I get up to go get my son a marker or a crayon, it's hard to get everybody back into the groove of school. So make sure whenever you create them that everything you need, or everything that the child needs to complete that activity or to play with that activity is inside the bag. That's what's going to save you a lot of time. So whenever you're starting teaching your older ones, you could then include your younger one and say, here's your busy bag, or here's your activity. This is what you're going to be doing. So around me, I have some examples of what that looks like. Now, we recently moved and I still have a lot of our stuff in boxes. So I had to kind of just go through boxes and piece together some things just to give you all an example. But one of my favorite activities, I guess it's not my favorite activities, but one of the favorite activities to give to the children, Play-Doh. And this also has some sand in it. And see how this is not a bag, it's just a box. But everything that they would need to play with the Play-Doh and the sand is inside the box. I'm going to show this to you. And these here, guys, I like love these small sets of Play-Doh. They are amazing. I choose these over the big ones all the time. My mom bought these for me, and she bought me like a really big, I think it had over 100 of these, and it lasts us for a year. But you know, children usually leave Play-Doh out and then it dries and you have to throw them away. For me, it's just going to happen. And since these are so small, it's not a big deal whenever someone leaves them out. So they're perfect. Like, it's a perfect amount of Play-Doh inside, especially for my son, because usually all he wants to do is just squeeze it. And it's perfect for him. So if you ever see these, like, I highly recommend getting these over the big containers, because again, they're going to dry out. Like, I can't remember to ask my children, did you put up the Play-Doh? And because of that, I'm okay if these dry out on us. We also have some cloud sand here. Um, this is okay. I don't know if you all can see that, but it's just sand. And I allow my children to play with these freely inside the schoolroom. It's not, they really can't make a mess with this. It's an easy cleanup, I should say. But everything that they need for this activity is going to be in here. They have some little mold stamps. They have like the Play-Doh tools. So I would literally, you know, sit down with my daughter, and then I would just grab one of these and give it to my son. And then this would keep him occupied. And also he will feel like he's included. Over here is an actual Ziploc bag. And these are just screw, I don't know what they're called, but really good for fine motors. But the child would just kind of screw them on and then screw them off, then screw them on. You could go over colors with these. You could go over shapes with these. You could have the child match. Matching is good as well. And you could like have them on the wrong one. Say, oh no, that's not right. That doesn't match. Let's take that off. What color do we need? What color matches this one? And then the child would just match. Or just them simply doing this is going to really work those motors in the hands. And again, that's just a Ziploc bag. I have so many different bags. Like, one year I was just testing out different bags to see which worked and which didn't. But this is another one. And these here, this actually has a black base, a circle base where the child would get it and put them inside. Like, there's circles inside of it, and they would just put them on top, inside the circles. So this is just filled with these. But you can also stack them on top. And this is something that my son likes to do as well. So this would keep him occupied for a while as well. And again, you have colors, so you could sort. You could do some counting. This here is something that I used to keep in the car when I was the first time mom. You know how they say the first time mom, you know, go above and beyond. But I usually do like keep toys or activities inside the car just in case we like go to the park or something. Maybe to kind of pull something out of the trunk so for them to play with. But this here is just like a dry erase magnetic board, and it has magnets inside. It has erasers. This here side is chalk, so there's chalk in here as well. But again, it's something simple. Everything that I need is inside of here. So it's literally just me pulling it out and handing it to them. And then they're good to go. This here I believe came from Target. I haven't been to Target in so long, guys. But I picked up a couple of these. And what you do is you would just get a little bit of water, get a Q-tip, and then you would have the child just paint. So this is the paint right here. But it's dry on the paper. And they would just get the Q-tip, get it wet, and then they would paint. Super, super simple. I have a few of these. And again, I just keep it in the bag and keep the Q-tips. Everything I need would be there. I would have to get the water, though. And this here is I don't even know what you would call this, a Dog Academy playset. And this is just in like a shoebox container. And it just has different dogs. When my children were younger, we used to go over like specifics. So we would go over different dogs, like different apples. But this came in handy when trying to show just the different dogs. But just pull it out, and then they're good to go. This one here, Melissa and Doug. Melissa and Doug is awesome. I'm pretty sure you all know that. But this one here is Water Wow. And this tool here, you put water inside, and then the child would squeeze. And when they squeeze, they would get it wet. And when it's wet, it changes colors. So it'd be like a colored page. Let me turn it to the back so you guys can see. And again, it's everything you need is here. You just got to put the water in there. But you can easily give that to your toddler and say, hey, go have fun. And we don't have to worry about them making too much of a mess. It's not, you have to really squeeze, or it kind of drips out. So you don't have to worry about water getting everywhere. This here is a felt set that we have. So the children can like build different castles and stuff like that. This here has what do you call these, post-it notes, but they were for children that's supposed to like create different things with the post-it. So there's different shapes, different size stickers. Stickers are awesome as well. Again, we have the glue in here, and then we just have paper inside there. Okay, I didn't want to make it too long. This here we got from Target. It's been a while since I bought this, but it's just a sticker activity, and it has stickers in the back. But you can give this to a child, a toddler, and stickers are really good because it makes them really have to use their fine motors to pull the sticker off. So there's that. Again, a sticker book. Just give them some paper. You can do color paper, you can do white paper, and just give it to them and just let them build or create. Let's see what else is in here. Again, this is just more color drawing activities. We have some blocks here that goes with, I can't remember where I bought these from. I think I got it from christianbook.com, but it's an activity here. And these came in like sets. I have a lot of these. I don't even know like what they all are, but they're good for busy bags. Everything they need is inside the bag. That's molding clay. But I think you guys get the idea. Here we have more blocks. Children love blocks. Like they're able to build and stuff with blocks. And I also want to show you the magnets. Magnets are awesome. Now, this set of magnets here, I'm going to show this to y'all. I don't like these guys. My children don't really seem to be bothered by them. But I fell in love with these when I first saw them, which was like 2 years ago. And I had them on my wish list from Amazon. And when my mother-in-law gave us some money for the kids, this was like one of the first things I bought. It was like a year until me like put it on our wish list. And I think they're beautiful. Like the wood is so pretty, guys. And so that's, you know, why I fell in love with them. But the reason I do not like them, let me show you guys. They only stick, and I don't know the science behind magnets. Like, you know, I know like, you know, they stick on one side. But so this here sticks like that, no problem. But when the child tries to put it the other way, oh wait, when the child tries to put it the other, okay, it's sticking now. What? My issue with these was that sometimes when you tried to stick them, they wouldn't stick. I guess the smaller ones are small, so the magnets may not be, if they're closer together. But so as your child is playing with these, you know, and they're younger and they don't stick, it's kind of frustrating. And you have to make sure it's the right way in order for it to stick. See, I can't even get it to stick. There we go. Do you see that? It's just, I was extremely annoyed with these. And then I tried to return them, but then my son, I don't know if it was my son, but someone lost a piece and I couldn't find it. And I ended up finding it after the return policy expired. But anyways, as your child is building, they're trying to explore, you know, they want to be creative, and they go and they try to stick some stuff, and it's like, oh, that's not working. That's not working. You know, no, it's not sticking. And then you have to, oh, okay, there it is. But some other, so you all can see the difference, just in case you're not familiar with magnets. I think magnets are awesome. But these here, child built, my children love these. But they stick, no problem. You don't have to like think about it. Wherever you put it, it's gonna stick. So they're able to quickly build with these, no problem. You don't have to like think about, is it gonna stay? It's gonna stick. We also have, I don't know what these other ones are. The kids take these earlier, but these are awesome as well. They do just the same as these, but you can build. And so if you just have a set of magnets, go ahead and pull them out, and they would be good to go. But these here, again, it was just difficult. They were expensive too. I think that's why I'm so annoyed with them, because they're really expensive, and it's like you don't constantly stick. But okay, that's fine. I think that's all I have. Yep, that's it. So that's my tip for you all. Sorry it went so long. And again, I want to do a whole just video over busy bags. I'm also having a membership launch coming soon. This membership is going to be full of activities. Like each month you will get a learning pack, which is downloads and printables, educational, of course. You will get masterclass. You will get live Q&A sections. You will get challenges. Like I want to do a sensory challenge and also a busy bag challenge, where we're putting this together, as a team. But I will provide more information about the membership later. But that's all I have for you all, guys. I also wanted to state that tomorrow, Friday, is my Sabbath, so I will be on after sundown, so around 8 o'clock to do the live. So it will not be at noon tomorrow, but it will be around 8:30 ish, sometime around there. So look out for that for day 6. Also, don't forget to register for the Getting Started Teaching Little Learners webinar. I'm going to teach you everything about creating hands-on activities for your little ones. If you have a question that you would like me to answer, leave it in the comment section below. And I will see you all next time, guys. Bye.